Gotta keep the essentials.
Pulling up from 40 down by 40, told the 40 for the love. Keep it up.
Move this around. Which I mean, it's an investment. It's not what people do. Might just move my 40 track into my house, into my room too. Let's use this.
I just want some peace, and lately all that I've been getting is a lot of frustration.
Be really careful not to unplug this charger.
And when I speak, everybody gets offended. It's ridiculous. I just might give up, cause ain't no fixing this.
Pulling up from 40 down by 40, told the 40 for love. Keep it on me, tell your bro you won't bite shit with the dust. Yeah, it's loaded, yeah, they loaded all my homies with
I'm really loud.
Pulled up on you 2 times. Baby, you know the damn vibe. Same day I pulled on the gangs. The same damn time. How you know I keep it 100 like 52 times? Be quiet when I'm riding with you, but no problem.
No, you're good. It's good. Don't mess with it.
So solid, I could Metal Gear.
It was already set right.
Keep it 110 like 522.
This is not
yeah, I'm back at it. Told that girl throw that
speak
back to me. Like 3
check,
tracks
check.
Don't get close to it.
Check, check.
They don't know the truth. They
Nah.
Check, check.
Nah.
Check, check.
There you go. Yeah, you don't have to get close to that one because if you do, it'll give you this weird feedback.
Gotcha.
Me and Tyler are messing with it, and we're trying to get it fixed.
Gotcha.
Say something now.
Check, check.
Nah.
Check, check.
That's better. Say something.
Check, check.
All right. Cool. Now.
Check, check.
Perfect. Oh. Send links out.
How's this song doing?
Really well. Better than any release I've ever had. Which is so weird to me. Like release wise. Like I've had songs that did better down the stretch. I don't think this is gonna keep the momentum it has.
Right.
But yeah, I've definitely done better than my songs usually do on release.
Surprised you didn't say anything about my attire.
What's up? What's good?
So surprised you didn't say anything about my attire.
Well, I'm not worried about that. Like I was telling everybody this week, man, I'm so used to the Falcons beating us. I'm so serious.
Nah, I get it.
I never, at no point in any game do I think we won, ever. After that Super Bowl, that is like the most heart-crushing thing that's ever happened to me. I think I'm traumatized. Like, I literally, yesterday was the first, no, I didn't watch the whole thing. I haven't watched a full Falcons game since that Super Bowl.
Oh, wow.
I came into the second quarter on Sunday. I don't have it in me.
Hey, yo, this sound hard to me. I'd keep it for sure. You know me. Throw some bass on that. Hey, yo, this sound hard to me. I'd keep it.
Alright, let me send out one more link to someone who specifically asked for it. too loud. Hold on. I don't want us to peak and we're yeah, definitely peaking. Say something.
Check.
No, we still are.
Pulled up on you 2 times.
Check.
Baby, you know the damn vibes.
Check.
The gang is the same damn dime. How you know I keep it 100 like 52.
Check.
Quiet when I'm riding with you, but no problems, don't solve it. I'm just vibing with you. So solid, I could Metal Gear box.
I can figure this out.
Keep it 110 like 522s. Yeah, I'm back at it. Told that girl throw that back to me. Like 3 tracks ago, I'm the tracks in the back bully, and they don't know the truth. Ain't stating the facts fully. I should probably let it go like the low.
Check. Check, Jay. Check. Turns down just a little. Check. Check, Jake.
Check, mic check. 1 2 1 2.
You gotta keep the essentials.
Pulling up from 40, down by 40, told the 40 for love. Keep it on me, tell your bro he won't buy shit for the dust. Yeah, it's loaded, yeah, they loaded all my homies with what? Alright. 40 different flows like that. But don't bite this though, don't cover smoke that you ain't get.
If I'm noticing a speck in your eye, that means we're close. And a lot of people fear intimacy because I don't want you to see into me. So I keep people at a distance. If I can stay up on the stage.
My love for you never died and it never will. That's not how I'm built. But we had shaky foundation, making our hopes of a future impossible to fulfill, making my heart collapse. But it was for the best in hindsight, for that time lapse. I got a new pursuit perhaps, but it's hard to say, cause she the type to be down for 2 days and be gone for 3. Weekends the only thing consistent, walking the fine line between pestilence and persistence. Ooh, she killing me. New people popping up from distant memory. Oh, how they changed, trying to party next door, talking about come and see me. For once I would like someone to keep that energy. I guess I'm just different, at least that's what Valerie told me. She said that was me, unapologetically. Sorry, I'm calling late, the reception be getting fuzzy. My miles go up by dozens, finna shoot up to Oklahoma. Decisions like that be something, been hitting the road for nothing.
Please leave your message for Precious Healy.
Hey, I was just driving. I'm on my way back. Just gonna check on you, make sure you're good. Give me back when you wake up.
Yeah.
Alright.
It ain't enough wiper fluid to clear my thoughts. I'm on this road, coasting at 60 miles an hour, missing my queen of hearts. I'm feeling stressed, my eyes getting heavier. No, I can't stop and rest, and that's a bet. Praying I played it the way I taught myself, memorizing a set, hoping I play my cards correctly. I never shuffled the deck, a young ace. Jokers around me pay me respect. When you see a king, then you bow. I got reticules on your heads. Hustle to feed the family, multiplying the bread. It's a cycle like chain links, or the golden ones on their necks. White Iversons plotting to steal the crap when it's dead, but this the soul number 23, slamming it when he fed the rock. I read the clock and I lost the time that I spent on that. Lately I don't check my watch for seconds, I'm not getting back. Lately all my friends is wait, I'm lighter now. I finish fast, all these rappers food to me. I wonder where my dinner's at.
While we've talked so much about the importance of not living in your past and the danger of living in yesterday, I certainly think that a lot of relationships are sabotaged by things that happened before they ever began, that weren't dealt with. And so we project onto other people trust issues that were developed
Quiz Q, play that beat again.
because of another person's actions, and start saying things to somebody that we just met, like, who's texting you? And it's not that you ever caught him doing anything, it's just that it's been done to you before. And so now you're
Now let it deal.
It's like what? What's doing the thing again?
Hey, she was sucking you like that.
Oh God!
I just fixed it.
No.
Thank you for tuning into the We Live Isaiah Polk Soundcheck. This is Isaiah Polk. We Live.
The kid.
The kid.
Oh, yeah.
Boogie himself.
Boogie.
Yeah, himself. Look at everyone say hello to Alan. He's in his bag. Give him my eagle.
Oh, yes. Alright, I'm listening, bro. The song's hitting, man.
As well as JC, aka Mr. Onion Bagel, aka what's the other one? Big Booty
Doing that.
Anonymous T. You're barely in it. Hold on. Hold on. There we go. That's better. Sound check.
We are live.
Sound check.
We are live.
Why are you saying R? There's no R in the title.
Okay, we live.
It's disgusting. Appreciate you guys for coming through to We Live, the Isaiah Polk Soundcheck. I am Isaiah Polk. Joining you today is your B-Mic, Jade, Cobb, JC, Mr. Onion Bagel, Mr. Baconator, you know, the onion ring fiend himself. Oh, man, how you feeling today, bud?
I'm good, man. How are you?
Man, I'm good. Just like any other day, we're live on Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Saturdays at 10 p.m. Central Time. If you listen on any of the podcast aggregators, be that Apple Music, Spotify, Podbean, YouTube, any of those, make sure you give us a rating, a review, a like, subscribe, something like that. Appreciate you guys for tuning in with us as you usually do. And I want to thank everybody who's a part of the Patreon, who gives on a monthly basis, a daily basis, a weekly basis, a yearly basis. We appreciate it. We appreciate it. Definitely keeps me buying things I don't need. No, I appreciate you for real. Today, guys, I cut both my fingers at the same time in very similar height. I don't know how I did it. I was at work and I cut myself, and it still stings. I love this podcast. Shut up, Katie. No one asked you. I want to go ahead and thank everybody who's in the chat. TJ, Kate on Twitch. We got a couple other people on YouTube and one or two more people on Twitch. Everybody who's already tuned in, appreciate you for tuning in with us. Jade, tonight we're going to talk about originality, and there was another word I wanted to use, but I guess we'll just swing with originality. Can you hear us fine before we? Sam, what's good, bud? Before we really dive in, I want to make sure the audio's okay. Can you guys hear both of us okay? Say something, Jade. Preferably not something stupid. Say something, Jade.
Go Cowboys.
Yeah, great. Yeah, we can hear you. Perfect. What's good, Alan? Okay, yeah. So tonight, what? It's night. Tonight we're going to be talking about originality. And before we get into that, are you wearing an Ezekiel Elliott shirt?
I am,
and
sir.
It's not a crop top?
It's not a crop top.
Then, if we get 15 Patreon 15 Patreon supporters, let's make Jade wear a crop top.
I will cut it right here.
You don't have to cut that one.
No,
you're going to cut that one?
I don't know.
Your good jersey.
Might just buy another one.
Okay. I don't care what you do. We're going to make Jade wear a crop top for the whole podcast, and I want people to take screenshots, and I want clips of this crop top. But yeah, Jay, today's episode we're going to be talking about originality. I really don't have a particular space in which I was thinking about talking about originality in. You know, I wasn't being particular about it being music or anything like that, but I was just talking in general. But I know because we both can attest to music, I guess I'll start there.
Okay.
I guess a good place to start that'll kind of get us rolling, going into the avenues, I guess, is are there musically, do you think you are original? What's good, Angel?
To me, yes. I mean,
have you been compared often?
Absolutely.
To who? Can I guess?
Well, okay. You can, yeah.
I think I know who it is, but like, okay. No, and you look like him, but it's not like how you rap. To me, you look like him, and you're also white. But am I on the right track to thinking his name starts with A?
And his last name is M?
Yeah, for sure. Okay, so how do you feel about those comparisons, and do you think that that's a curse that you can't escape as far as music goes?
I think, and this is kind of where, and it's not necessarily just the Andy tip, but like, pause. Even big pause. Me being white in general and doing hip hop music is something that is deemed not original, just because everybody compares you obviously to Eminem. Yeah, I get Mac Miller a lot. Of course, Andy Mineo. A lot of people think we have a very, very striking resemblance.
I do.
And just any Caucasian actually in the hip hop arena is like, you know.
Would it be far removed to say that your influences were them though? Because I'm sure they inspired you.
Absolutely. Believe it or not, like when I first started music, I was more like, I grew up listening to Ludacris, Nelly, Outkast, pretty much anything that was played at Hot Wheels.
Yo, what? At the skating rink?
At the skating rink. Freaking country grammar was my jam back in the day.
You used to vibe at the skating rink, bro?
Well, I didn't used to vibe at the skating rink, but that's what a lot of people compare that to, because everybody's just like Hot Wheels back in the.
So how'd you know they played them at the skating rink?
Because if
you
there.
Weren't there. Okay, so you used to vibe at the skating rink. You're a liar. You're already lying.
Anyways, but yeah, man.
No.
We're not gonna skate.
Were you vibing at the skating rink, bro?
We're not gonna skate past that.
No, we're not.
All pun intended.
The skating rink used to be the spot, bro.
It used to, absolutely.
So you were there.
I was there.
Why did you just lie and say you were?
I mean,
Go ahead. You already lost all credibility, G.
Anyways, but yeah, those were like, you know, I listened to a lot of that growing up. So like, when I started music, it was like, you know, back when, and this might be something that most of us in the music I guess arena started with, was doing remixes to other people's songs. Mm-hmm. Like, you know, using their beats and going over it, because at the time we didn't know what leases were, we didn't know what, you know, copyrighted, we didn't know what original music, etc. So those were a lot of heavy influences. And but as far as originality goes with my music, and I'm trying to kind of escape this, but like, and you could probably understand where I'm coming from. Christian hip hop is deemed
unoriginal,
corny. Yeah. You know, just repetitive is another word that can be used. So it's just like, you know, and everybody's doing the same thing these days. And now some people, you know, obviously are doing it a little different, but for the most part, people are taking it the same direction. So, but yeah.
What are you getting at, Jade?
What am I getting at?
Yeah.
I'm not original.
So you're saying you're not? Do you think at the core of what you're doing you are not?
I try, like,
man, F all that trying stuff. Are you? Do you think you are?
I think I am, yes.
So what makes you, why you say that? And I'm not combating you on
no,
whether
you're
you
fine.
are or you're not.
It's just, I mean, I don't know. I just you really did do this one. It's like organic conversation.
Oh my God, yeah, no, for real. I didn't want you prepared for this.
To be honest with you, like, you know, I mean, I think I'm original just the way that I do things. It's like I don't I hate trap music, like, as far as like
what?
No, I don't like this. I don't know what it is. It's just I might be different with this because trap music works, and
trap music is hard, bro.
And it is in some, you know, instances, but as far as my taste in music, as far as what I do, I don't like to rap over a lot of trap stuff. Like,
you think you could if you wanted to?
Yeah, absolutely.
You think you could?
Absolutely.
You know how hard that is? Trap is the hardest genre to, like, actually, because you got to be believable too.
But you got to be successful at it. Like, it's what you're saying.
Well, I'm not saying you can't. I don't really know too much about, like, your capabilities as far as music goes. I know what I've heard you do. You know what I'm saying? And there's a whole realm of music I myself would love to do, but I can't because you would not believe it. If I made a trap album, no one's going to listen to that because I'm me. I was just talking about, I just want the best for you. I can't make no trap music, bro. It's not believable.
Right.
And I think that, like, trap music is so effective, at least right now, because it capitalizes on a lifestyle that is glorified by every walk of life.
Okay.
And that I say that because even if you're a privileged child, a lot of privileged child see that lifestyle and don't necessarily want to live it, but it looks cool to them. Mm-hmm. People in that lifestyle don't want to be there, but they feel a sense of identity with that lifestyle. Right. And like it's such an encapsulating art form, because like all of that struggle is felt. That's why artists like Rod Wave can diversify the trap genre into like R&B, because you keep that tone, the ideals, but you incorporate it into like his gospel, like. And I just think that trap it's so much further removed from pop and like rock, because the music itself almost has an identity.
Right.
You can't, if you hear someone listen to a rock song, there's so many images that could pop up in your head of what, and if the windows were tinted in that car, there's so many images of what the person in that car could look like, depending on the rock. If you hear a trap song and the windows are tinted, I guarantee you 99% of the ideas of who that person is the same person. But I'm saying that to say that, like, I think when we talk about originality in music, I think you first got to understand that everybody has roots as far as music goes. So it's naive to believe that anyone can be 100% original, because everyone's influenced by something.
Absolutely.
But I think originality really like starts to flourish when you take what you were influenced by and you're not governed by it. You use it as a vehicle to push you to one more focused product that is wholly you. Mm-hmm. And I think that's where a lot of artists like us go wrong, because they get stuck trying to imitate a sound, or they get stuck trying to branch off of a sound rather than using all of the things that influence them to make one identity for themselves. As an artist, I think I'm super original, but I think I'm also everywhere at the same time, because I can't do just one thing, and I can't let my art be identified as a sound, because I just try to do so many different sounds. But I think that's part of exploring what you're doing musically and figuring out what that identity is. It's just like when you're like getting to buy clothes for the first time. you buy a bunch of stuff to see what you look good in, what you like,
Right.
and then when you find out what you like, then you can build a wardrobe of what looks good on you, what you like, what you feel like is Isaiah type clothes.
Gotcha.
So I think originality is like a spectrum when it comes to music. Jay, they want you to freestyle
No,
on a trap beat.
Not a freestyle.
I was just telling you. I'm telling you what they were saying.
I saw the.
If we get a Patreon, Jay will freestyle. He doesn't have a choice. If we get a Patreon, Jay will freestyle. But but that's just how I feel about it in music.
Right.
I feel like you think originality is important when we talk about like people.
Absolutely.
In what way?
Just because you want to, and maybe it's just like. Maybe I'm going totally left with this, but you want to surround yourself with several different type of people.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you know what I mean? Because that can, for one, bring out the best in you, and then also it can bring out the worst in you. But I think if you surround yourself with, obviously you want to surround yourself with like-minded people,
Mm-hmm.
Goal-oriented beliefs, whatever have you. But even like me, like I have several different types, or I say several different types. I have several different. I mean, I have, for the sake of I have hood friends. I have.
Are these hood friends black?
Yes.
All of them?
Yes. Well.
No, you done said it now, bro. Go ahead.
But no, I have people that. God. Anyways.
I don't know what you're embarrassed for.
I feel like I'm stereotyping people, and I don't.
You
want
are.
to do that,
That's exactly what you're doing. That's crazy. That's crazy.
But anyways, it's just like, I mean, I think me and you are different in some. I mean, a lot of areas.
So, what would make an unoriginal person?
What would make an unoriginal person?
What makes a person generally unoriginal? If we can say originality is important,
right?
What would make a person unoriginal?
If they just do what everybody else wants them to, or do what they think is the right, I don't want to say the right thing, but
yeah,
if they conform to a certain way just because it's popular, or etc.
Well, see, here's the thing and I think me and TJ had a conversation about this. Here's the thing that super complicates that in my head. There are people who I see, and this man sipping the Polar Pop. You can see his throat jiggle from the side. That's nuts. I think there are people on this earth, man, who are meant to lead. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
And when I say that, I say it because let me look at myself. I think I have an uncanny talent at motivating and inspiring other people.
Okay.
Maybe not on a grandiose scale because I don't have that big of an audience, but I think I have always been unnaturally good at pushing people to do more of what they want and love to do, or what they aspire to do. Which is one reason why I podcast, and one reason why I do music, one reason why I share my music, why I did esports,
right,
to kind of push people who may be afraid to take the step to do that thing to actually do it. And I think I have an uncanny talent at doing that. But the thing for me is, the reason it's hard for me to look at things as unoriginal is because sometimes I think there are people who have to naturally be way more comfortable being a follower than a leader.
Absolutely.
And if that wasn't the case, leaders would have no one to lead. You know what I'm saying? And that it'd be hard for that pattern of motivating the unmotivated to really actually happen.
Right.
I think that and That's what I just don't want to call it unoriginal, but maybe it is. But I think there's a type of originality that breeds from coveting, maybe not coveting, but like aspiring to be what you see. You know what I'm saying? I think sometimes you have to kind of try to mold yourself after someone that you admire to really find out what you want to be. I like jackets with hoodies. What? Jackets with hoods?
That might be original. You know, I mean, some people.
At this point, it's innovation, huh? I don't know, bro. I don't want to hear that. You ain't came on to the podcast in weeks. Now you want to be in the comments talking. You ain't watched in weeks. I farted. Did you feel that? Well, wow, somebody in here stinking. Jay out here busting butt, bro. Oh man. But that's just my take on it.
I got you.
Basically, like I said, I think me and T talked about that a while ago. It's just like I think it's kind of imperative for there to be followers. And of course, I mean that goes without saying. But like I think it's kind of ridiculous how much being a follower is frowned upon. Of course, I'm going to say that because I benefit from followers. You know what I'm saying? Okay. But I think it's super frowned upon being that. And I think some people need to accept that that's them, at least in one area. Like, you don't have to be a leader all inclusively. There's so many things I cannot do. You know what I'm saying? Like, I love sports, but I can't play them like I want to. And I'm completely okay with supporting people that I love who do those things and backing them up and being their like support system because that's what they do. I'm not going to go out and try to play basketball because I love watching other people play basketball. I love the idea of playing basketball.
You're like
6'1", but so is Steph Curry and he's tiny. Steph Curry's my height and he looks like a midget in the NBA. I wouldn't be helpful against LeBron James. He put his nuts on my head. It's not. But no, that's just how I feel about it, bro. I think that I have a rough time accepting that I have to, or that it's negative for me to follow the lead. Like, I think that it's completely okay to follow the lead when you're not built to be a leader. And there's only so many things everybody can lead at. Like, there's so many people who like the idea of authority, but hate the truth and the responsibilities of being a leader. And I think that really changes like where originality comes in, because as long as you're willing to really see, how was I going to word that? I think it's not unoriginal to follow the lead if you're not built to be a leader in that area. Because everything works based off of someone taking initiative, and if the person who's built to do that is doing it and you're supporting them, I don't think there's anything unoriginal about that. I think that's just you understanding how things grow and you being a part of that. Like, I'm trying not to use examples. Here's the thing. I'm trying not to use examples that make it sound like I'm talking about someone, because people have a bad habit of thinking I do these episodes and I make these topics
about someone,
about people. No, I wait to the last minute and I think of something. Like today, he asked me what the topic was and I didn't know, and then I figured it out right before we started. Please, no, I'm so confused. You did it again. What did I do?
I have no
idea. Did I rub my chest or did I scratch my stomach? I scratched my stomach because my stomach was itching.
I think another thing is, and I just thought about this, you know, you were saying that it's okay to be a follower sometimes, if not all the time, if you're not meant to lead. And I think not contrast, but the comparison of that could be the fact that how are you supposed to learn something if you don't have someone to learn from? Does that make any sense? Like,
oh, I was not listening. I'm sorry. Oh. One more time.
Anyway, what I was saying is, like, you were saying that not everybody's meant to be a leader. Some people are meant to be followers if they know for a fact, or they just have a feeling that they are not meant to lead in some area or all areas. So therefore, in comparison, what I kind of thought about was, if basically, how are you supposed to learn if you don't have someone to learn from? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because it's like, that saying that the wise man really knows nothing. Basically, we're all learning how to do stuff, and if you don't submit yourself to learn, and you just think that you know it all the time, then you're not able to learn. You know what I'm saying? So, and maybe that's just something I thought of. And
no, that's the truth. I don't disagree with that at all. So
yeah.
is that a question?
No, it's just a statement. It's just like it's basically piggybacking on what you said. Just the whole fact of, some people literally have to be in a position to learn from somewhere.
Yeah, and I think we all do.
Yeah,
I think we all do, because like I said, I think we're all suitable for leadership somewhere, but I don't think anyone is suitable for leadership everywhere. Some people are innovators. Some people are inspirers. Like, some people are influencers, and like you see them, you see what they do, you hear what they say, and it inspires you and pushes you to do more, or like it makes you want to be better or grow or act. That's some of our talents, and I think I fall closer to that. But there are some people who are just kind, and that they're magnetic, and you want them around you, and you know what I'm saying? And that's a different kind of leadership, because some people have to be taught compassion and empathy and those things. And I think that's a different kind of leadership. I'm not blessed there. Like, I'm not an empathetic, I'm not a kind person, I'm not a compassionate person naturally. When I get close to people, you can see that side of me, but generally that's not me. Some people are extremely intelligent and can teach but like, that's somebody's sphere of influence. That's not like, and I think when people realize that we all have a bubble where we can impact others, it becomes so much more fruitful when you understand that, like, as long as, and not even if they're the same type of bubble, there's nothing wrong from being influenced by someone else.
Right.
And like, everyone, I do believe, needs to learn from everyone around them. But some people have different things to teach than others. Whereas I can teach you something completely negative if I try to teach you something somewhere where I'm not, like, gifted. If I'm not endowed in this area and I try to sow a seed into you, it's gonna be negative. It's not gonna be fruitful for you. So I think people just need to learn how to really work where their gifts are. And I think that's a big part of being in your teens, your 20s, your early 30s, like, before your midlife. I think a big part of what we're trying to do is figure out what that is. Like, what's my thing? Where am I gifted? How can I give back to the world from what I have? Because some people may not say that they have like these grandiose, like, giant dreams, but I think at everybody's heart's desire, we all want to feel like we leave some kind of legacy or some kind of impact. None of us just want to come here, live, and disappear.
That's it.
You know what I'm saying? So I feel like somewhere inside of you, if not at the forefront of your mind, you're curious, and you want to know what your space that you're going to be proficient at and where you're going to give back to people around you and leave a legacy is. And I think, like, that's a big part of our 20s and early life to like figure that out. I don't want to laugh because I was being so serious, and this is why I don't like being serious on this podcast. Because I see cook meth. I'm not telling you to cook meth. It's like I felt like I was in my bag, and then they talking about cooking meth. I'm in my bag. But no, yeah.
I feel that.
This is why we don't have serious talks.
I feel that though.
For sure.
I'm in a weird. Excuse me. I'm in a weird space where I'm trying to figure out, like, and I feel like I've been doing it forever, but then again, like, just because of my and this may be just kind of personal, but because of what I've experienced in the last 2 years, it's like I'm having to relearn everything.
Yeah.
And I'm also trying to figure out everything at the same time, because I thought I had it figured out. You know, I thought I knew who I was, and I mean, I'm not saying I'm like doubting myself or anything like that, but in some areas, yes.
Do you love yourself?
Absolutely.
Why are you wearing Cowboys clothes? I'm gonna try to hurt your feelings,
and it's fine.
It's okay. Cowboy jersey makes you look fat.
That's fine too. Oh man, this shirt is a little small on me. So.
Yeah, really small. It makes you look huge. You should take it off. Crop top it. Alan says crop top it. Oh man, but honestly, yeah, we hit about the 30-minute mark. Good job. I didn't expect this to go as well as it went.
Hey.
Yeah. But for anyone watching, appreciate you for watching. We're live every Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday on Twitch and YouTube at 10 p.m. Central. To this week, we actually are kicking After Party back off. So if you wanted to hang out and play Among Us with us, we're going to start that at 11:30, 11:45-ish. If you need the Discord link, can I get an exclamation mark Discord command in the chat so that anyone who wants to play Among Us can join the Discord? Among Us is a online multiplayer game. It's either mobile or PC, but it's cross-platform. So if you use either, you can play with everybody. That being said, we usually have a pretty big group. It's a pretty fun like murder mystery game. You try to figure out who kills who. It's just a good way for all of us to bond and just hang out, kind of like make sure we keep a working relationship with everybody who is involved in a part of the podcast and the community we're trying to build here. Homicide. They're talking about homicide, and that is a big part. There's a big part of Among Us. Snapping necks, stabbing people in the head. Torrance says he's going to hop on at 12. If y'all want to wait till 12, we can do that. It's up to y'all. I know that's when Josh gets off too, so it'll be easier for everybody. But that's something that we're doing tonight, kicking it back off. I'll hit everybody up if they're interested, but if not, that's fine. Guys, thank you guys for hanging out with us. Soundcheck.
We live.
Oh my God, disgusting.
Good podcast, good show. Not that I expected it to be bad, but usually just go off the top. It's a little rough.
Yeah, I think so.
Like you talking about music?
I think it's hard to say that people are original as people.